Good evening, everybody. I hope everyone's well. I'm Vicky, and I just want to go through something first of all and check what you think about this. I think the Mayans were onto something with their end of the world thing, and you might be like, "No, Vicky, they said the world would end in 2012, and here we are in 2021, living our best lives." But what I have to say about that is maybe, just maybe, they suffered from something called dyscalculia. And yes, I googled that. And what actually, when they said 2012, what they actually meant was 2021. So you've got about 6-7 months left, so enjoy that. Anyway, now I've officially bummed you out, I'm going to start stand-up comedy. I've wanted to do stand-up comedy for a while now, but you know how it is, life gets in the way. Life's 8 years old now, and I didn't quite realise just how much I'd learn about myself until I had a child. I've learned patience, kind of. I've learned unconditional love. Aww. And I've also learnt the death stare. Now, if you don't know what the death stare is, go to in any supermarket on any given day and just watch a family with a young kid and you'll see it. It's the look that says, if we were allowed to, I would kill you when we get home. But I'm not. Another thing I learned just the other night actually was the fact that you can destroy a child's whole life by simply asking them to put their pyjamas on. Like, I said to him, "Guy, can you put your pyjamas on, please?" And what he heard was, "Guy, can you slaughter the dog while standing on one leg and reciting the Bible backwards?" Like, he lost his shit, I swear to God. And if I'm honest with you, I would never ask him to stand on one leg because he would be on the floor because his balance is just fucking terrible. Like, obviously, with us homeschooling through the pandemic, the questions have pecked my head. My son he's very inquisitive. He's like a sponge. He soaks up all the information. But unlike a sponge, I probably shouldn't have left him in the bath for that long because he just dried up and went all minging. But anyway, yeah, he asks a lot of questions, and you think he's going to ask questions like, why are we here? What's the difference between religion and spirituality? And why is Gemma Collins as famous as she is, Mum? But he doesn't ask anything like that. He asks the questions that everyone wants to know the answer to, which is, "Mummy, why do goats have beards?" I'm like, what do you do with that? I'll tell you what I did with that. I am so grateful to be part of the Google generation. I don't have to know anything anymore. Google, Alexa, whatever. If Alexa starts talking now, I'm really sorry. Yeah, she's done it. And it turns out that goats have beards because they're all hipster twats. So you learn something new every day. Obviously, school is very different to when I was at school. When I was at school, I genuinely used to run home, get changed, run back to school and go and hang out with the caretaker and drink all the leftover milk. 1, that is not a euphemism for anything. 2, he is not on any list I have checked. But if I do that now, my son's school caretaker phones the police because some woman is at the gate wanting the leftover milk. And I'm sure he probably just thinks it is actually a euphemism. A little bit about me. I am a dog walker, but not just any dog walker. I have recently been voted the top 3 dog walkers in my local area. I'm very proud of myself. Woo! There is like 60 of us, so it's either a really good accolade or the other 57 are proper shit. But I'll go with the top one. But that's walker with an L, not wanker with an N, because sometimes people do get that mixed up and it makes for very awkward meet and greets with the clients. I did have a client last week say to me, like, my dog, it's only a puppy, it's like, my dog has discovered his hormones, so if he does start trying to get a bit fresh with any of the other dogs, can you just pull him off? I was like, ooh, no, that's not in my repertoire. But I know I look like a Bond girl, granted, the kind of Bond girl that you'd ordered off Wish 2 weeks ago, but I am single, and I've got to that age now where I don't want you to slide into my DMs with a dick pic. I would much rather you slide into my DMs with a picture of your medicine cabinet, because I want to know what I'm dealing with. A kind of, you show me yours, I'll show you mine situation. You know what I mean? Now, I will never forget my first Christmas as a single mum. We're all there, we're sat around, getting jolly, having fun, pretending we love each other when we hate each other for the other 364 days of the year. Typical British Christmas. And my nan sort of saw me, and I think she could tell that I was feeling a little bit fragile, so she took me to the side. She looked up at me. She was only 4'2", so she didn't have a choice. She put my hand in hers and she said, "Vicky, you've totally fucked your life up. Merry Christmas," and fucked off. Just by the buffet getting pissed on fucking eggnog and bitterness, probably. But she's dead now, so who's the real winner of this story? I will say, as a final thing, I used to have a nickname for my grandparents, right? My nan was Raisin, because she was small, brown and wrinkly. She loved a sunbed. And my granddad was Father Christmas, because he was fat, jolly, and every Christmas Eve he'd creep into my bedroom when everyone was asleep and empty his sack on my bed. So that's about all I have, really. But so I appreciate your time. Mwah. Thank you very much.